Today, we will talk about the foundation of reversing kidney disease, the foods you need to eat and the foods you need to avoid. We have seen real patient stories of those who avoided dialysis thanks to this dietary approach. Researchers have found that the most important nutritional intervention to prevent dialysis is possible. There is hope, even in advanced stages, including stages 4 and 5 before dialysis. I've seen patients who are close to starting dialysis rapidly change their lifestyles and eating habits. Many of them have achieved what some thought was impossible, reversing CKD in the advanced stages. There is even evidence in the scientific literature that this can happen. But while many doctors will tell you to avoid potassium and be careful with phosphorus, there is one nutritional intervention that many patients have to learn about on their own: a low-protein diet. One of the most important debates regarding low-protein diets has finally been resolved. This involves diabetes. A very recent meta-analysis has clarified the benefits of a low-protein diet for diabetic kidney disease. Why are some patients still not following a low-protein diet? Today, it seems patients are never fully informed by their doctors, which is unfortunate because, and I will be very clear about this, nothing else will work if you do not avoid protein. Understand that the low-protein diet, as of 2022, is still a controversial topic. Doctors on YouTube advise patients to follow a keto diet instead, which is crazy. Seeing doctors argue that without protein, body tissue will be damaged. Those arguing that diabetic patients will have a harder time with a low-protein diet. If you have any doubts about what I'm saying regarding the low-protein diet, ask in the comments so we can discuss it. I always get very interesting questions from you, and I always try my best to answer as many as I can. Understand that eliminating protein from the diet is a major change with many consequences, so it is natural that many ask, does this really work? Can you really reverse kidney disease with a low-protein diet? There are two main reasons why today a low-protein diet should be recommended for kidney patients. The first reason is a review of studies on the benefits of a low-protein diet. It was published in 2017 and identified 8 different benefits of a low-protein diet. 1. Reduced proteinuria. This is important because proteinuria is the most significant predictor of future kidney function decline. Reducing it means truly delaying dialysis. 2. Reduced uremic toxins. Uremic toxins are the cause of most kidney disease symptoms. 3. Reduced oxidative stress related to inflammation, which also causes many issues. 4. Reduced metabolic acidosis. 5. Reduced phosphorus, which is important for bone health and many other things. 6. Reduced insulin resistance in those with diabetes. 7. Reduced blood pressure. 8. Most importantly, slowing down the decline of GFR. This means that, essentially, by simply limiting protein intake, dialysis can be significantly delayed. These findings have also been confirmed by a larger review of studies published in the Cochrane Library. This meta-analysis, first published in 2000 and last updated in 2020, was conducted on 2,996 patients, primarily in stages 4 and 5 of CKD. The researchers found, thanks to this meta-analysis, that the most important nutritional intervention to avoid dialysis is not just a low-protein diet. What they consider the most crucial intervention to delay dialysis is a very low-protein diet. Now, what's the difference between a low-protein diet and a very low-protein diet? Both diets are suitable for kidney disease patients, and both can be very beneficial. Theoretically, we could say that a low-protein diet is better in the early stages, and a very low-protein diet, VLPD, is better in the advanced stages. The main difference is the amount of protein in the diet. A low-protein diet, which includes most vegetarian and vegan diets, generally means that patients consume around 40 grams of protein per day. This means you can actually have small portions of some high-protein foods, like meat, eggs, or fish, daily. A VLPD is different because it limits patients to around 20 grams of protein per day. This means certain foods will be restricted, including, but not limited to, meat, eggs, and fish. Again, this is an extremely effective way to protect the kidneys, and in some cases, it can even completely reverse kidney disease. One thing that most people don't expect when they stop eating protein is that they often feel better immediately. Less protein also means fewer toxins and waste products that the kidneys need to filter, so you can actually feel better and improve quickly when starting a low-protein diet. Importantly, according to the literature, there is a significant difference in kidney disease progression between a low-protein diet and a very low-protein diet. A low-protein diet can help, but a very low-protein diet can prevent kidney disease. While the exact amount of protein will vary depending on your body weight, there are certain foods that are always good for you and some you should always avoid. What foods are always allowed on a VLPD? All vegetables and fruits suitable for a kidney-friendly diet will fit into a VLPD. They contain no protein. The exception is beans, nuts, and seeds. These foods do contain some protein, and they can be eaten but only in very small amounts. High-fat foods like vegetable oils, olive oil, as well as olives, flax seeds, and chia seeds, are highly recommended. Now, as we can see, those with controlled potassium levels can add avocados and coconut, two very healthy fat sources, to their diet. What foods should you always avoid on a VLPD? High-protein foods must be completely avoided on a VLPD. This includes any type of meat and fish, as well as eggs and dairy, all of which should be completely eliminated. Consuming red meat, in particular, has been closely linked to an increased risk of kidney damage, according to a published article. Nuts and seeds are a gray area, as we have seen, because they contain less protein and are richer in healthy fats compared to meat and fish. A very important question has finally been answered. What about people with diabetes? Is a low-protein diet good for diabetic kidney disease? This question is quite difficult, and it has been the source of controversy and debate for many years. You see, there are only 3 sources of energy, 3 sources of calories and nutrition for the human body: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. There is nothing else. You cannot get calories from anything else. Now, there is no doubt that limiting carbohydrates helps with diabetes, especially foods with a high glycemic index. Therefore, diabetic patients are often advised to reduce their carbohydrate intake and eat more fats and proteins to compensate. But on the other hand, protein also harms the kidneys, there is no doubt about that. Even if you have diabetes and kidney disease, you still need to eat something, you can't just fast. So, what is the answer? Should a person with diabetes and kidney disease limit their protein intake? A recent review of studies conducted on 506 participants, all of whom had diabetic kidney disease, seems to have found the answer. What they discovered was that patients with diabetic kidney disease who consumed less than 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram per day showed a significant decrease in glomerular filtration rate and a significant reduction in proteinuria. Therefore, diabetics have been able to slow the progression of kidney disease significantly by reducing protein intake. We are talking about a difference in GFR of 22.31 points here. This could mean delaying the need for dialysis for many years. That's a huge difference, not just a significant one. And we're talking about a low-protein diet, not a very low-protein diet. So, this is not an extremely restrictive diet. It's similar to what a vegetarian or semi-vegetarian might eat. Other studies also show that a VLPD, very low-protein diet, might even be better, even for people with diabetes. But as we've seen, it's a diet with some serious restrictions, and it can cause malnutrition. How can you avoid malnutrition issues on a VLPD? There's a type of supplement for keto analogs of amino acids. Very low-protein diets always come with some keto analog supplements. The reason is malnutrition, because while your kidneys actually suffer when breaking down protein into amino acids, your body really needs amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of all tissues in your body. Keto analogs are essential amino acid analogs that are nitrogen-free. Nitrogen-free is key here. Nitrogen is the part of protein that really puts all the strain on the kidneys and causes CKD, chronic kidney disease, to progress. So, to reap the benefits of a low-protein diet and avoid malnutrition, you can use these special amino acids. In short, a very low-protein diet works on the concept that kidneys are harmed by protein. When you almost completely remove protein from the diet, the kidneys improve. A very low-protein diet is not something you can self-prescribe, though. It requires very precise calculations and special supplements. Okay, now for a question. Should a person on dialysis follow a low-protein diet? No, they should not after they start dialysis. I've been asked this question a few times here, so I think I should clarify. You see, the goal of a low-protein diet is to protect the kidneys from nitrogen waste. Nitrogen waste is produced during protein metabolism, and it harms the kidneys. When you eat less protein, there is less nitrogen waste, and the kidneys are not harmed by it. However, dialysis does that, removes all the waste and toxins the kidneys would normally eliminate, including nitrogen waste. This is why people on dialysis are advised to eat more protein, even to supplement with protein. Protein is good for your body, it's just the kidneys that are harmed by it. Just like with malnutrition, this can be addressed with a specific type of supplement. People on a VLPD also have a risk of vitamin deficiencies. What are the most common deficiencies in people on a low-protein diet? Some nutrients are only found in animal foods. People on a low-protein diet have a higher risk compared to the general population of vitamin deficiencies. Vitamin B12, vitamin D, magnesium, and iron are some of the most common deficiencies. But don't worry, there are foods and supplements you can use to prevent deficiencies and help your kidneys improve. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Wishing you peace.